Well, beloved dub motherfuckers, what is going on, everyone? It is I, everyone's favorite jack of all trades, with the foul mouth, Commodore Urban, and welcome back to another awesome fucking video, guys. I greatly do appreciate it. And before we dive into this bitch, I want to give a big shout out to all of you guys, my viewers and my subscribers, for sticking around watching this shit. The reason why I fucking do is follow you, so yeah. Anyway, this is going to be part 9 of our build of the USS Arizona in 1/426 scale, the memorial to the tragedy of Pearl Harbor by Revell models. And in part 8, we dealt with the painting and the assembling of the 2 stacks of the lifeboats, as well as painting and detailing of the 2 smaller boats, the 1 larger boat, and of course the 2 admirals slash captains, boats right there. And as well as the painting of the start of painting of the main decks for the ship, getting that shit underway, as well as discussing some of the weird little details about the model that don't make any sense because Frankie Day at Frankie Day Models, and by the way, if you're watching, sir, thank you again for commenting on part 6. He told me, like I said in part 8, I fucking just explained all the shit, that this kit originally was released in 1958, and it was supposed to be Arizona right after she was modernized, from the old birdcage style mass battleship to what you see here. But there's a lot of different details on the model that kind of contradict it. I mean, there's stuff on there that would have been, early 30s, but there's also details and shit on the model that show it, like around 1940, 1941. So I don't fucking know. So anyway, without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop in this bitch. What we're going to be dealing with now is we're going to be talking about how I painted the rest of the stuff on the main decks, how I got the main decks fucking done and shit. I mean, there's going to be still a little bit of painting left on them, but not much. And also we're going to be explaining how we're going to be assembling the ship and getting the rest of the build done. So I'm thinking it's going to probably be maybe a couple more videos, 2 or 3, depending on whatever. Okay, so anyway, without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this bitch here and say yeah. Anyway, here's the fucking instructions here to the Arizona. And the parts that we're going to be looking at, part number 10, which is the upper superstructure, the upper part of the lower superstructure. And of course, part number 7, which is the main bow deck and lower half of the superstructure there. And part number 15, which is the stern deck of the ship. Anyway, like I said, there is the decks of the ship here, here, and here. Here's the bow deck. And it was a long fucking time to get this shit painted on here, because I had to use 2 different brushes to paint the tan on. I used a bigger brush for the bigger areas, but for like around, the barbettes and all the machinery and little stuff like this, I used a little tiny detailing brush, and it took me fucking hours upon hours upon hours of shit to get these decks painted. And even then, the decks ain't all the way fucking perfect. I gotta fucking touch them up and get them finished. And there's still shit I gotta paint to, like you see on the deck. You see these little bits. Those little bastards have to be black, as well as the chain. The chain's black as well. But overall, I mean, you can see it looks pretty good. The flat tan color that Testers that I bought from Testers, yeah, actually does a really nice job for wood. Here's the stern deck, which is basically just like the bow deck. Lots and lots of little fucking deck fittings and shit. And just like with the front, the only thing left I gotta really do besides touching up the tan on here for the wood is to paint the little bits and shit and get them done. But like I said, it took a lot of time to take my little brush and paint around all that shit. Like I said, probably all together for all 3 pieces, it probably took 3.5, 4 hours of just sitting there painting and shit, and I had to take time because my hand, especially my pointer finger, my thumb would go really numb and tingle and shit, and I would have to shake my hand and stuff and take breaks and then hop back into it again. So anyway, we have the lower superstructure piece. This is the piece where the rest of the superstructure of the ship would fucking stack on. And the deck on this piece was also wood as well. Wood planked. So I went ahead and painted a flat tan color to match the wood. And it looks really good. And it took a little while to get this one done too. But you can't even tell where those holes were at. Because there were supposed to be holes for 1.1 inch guns that never were on the ship. As well as here. You can't even tell those holes were fucking there. It's like they just completely fucking disappeared. That's what contact putty. That's what Tester's contact putty does for you. Good fucking shit. Of course, I do have to touch up the light gray along the sides because I've noticed this kind of paint or whatever, it likes to scratch off and wear off very easily. So I will have to touch that up though before I glue it down. But yeah, basically it's done. The only thing I can do is, like I said, touch up shit, get that done, and then have that ready. And basically from here on out, the main thing I have to do is touch up all the 3 pieces of deck, the main deck pieces, get them all squared away, get the chains and the bits painted the right colors and get them done. Once that's all finished, then I can take those little casement guns, drop those little bastards in their places, take this fucking piece, drop it there where it needs to go, and take these 2 turrets, drop those fuckers down right there and right there, and there's these little plastic plugs that they go into. I can show you. See, there's these little plastic plugs that go into the turrets themselves, and that's the reason why you have to put them on and detail the deck and everything before you put the deck and shit down onto the ship, because of those plugs and crap, which is dumb, but I guess that's just the way you have to do it, whatever. And after I do that, then get, like I said, the rear turret's done, but I gotta figure out what color these fucking planes are gonna be. Even though they're the wrong type of plane for the time period, I'm just gonna figure out and just say fuck it and just paint them and put them on there. The closest thing I could figure out is on the model itself. It shows the plane being silver with yellow wings and red tipped fin and whatever, and it's got decals on there. It looks like it says Navy on one of the side of the wing or whatever. But that's about the closest thing I could fucking figure out what these planes are. So I don't fucking know at all. Anyway, I've been looking in Paul Stillwell's book at the pictures of them type of planes on Arizona, but I'm just trying to figure what color shit is. It's just really hard to figure that out. But anyway, once I get all that done and get the planes dealt with and shit and get all these pieces done, I can dump them into the fucking hull here. Well, anyway, I got to paint a little bit of the color of the decking in that area and that area there, as well as I got to paint the rope fenders. They're right here on the ass end of the ship, the stern. It's also on this side too. Gotta get that shit painted, get those outlined, and drop those decks into this cavernous bitch. And once I do that, then I can install, the jack staffs, and I can install the little cranes and all that shit, and just stack everything up. It'll be awesome. So there you have it, guys. That is part 9. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back with you. Until next time, this is Commodore Urban saying, have smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with you. God bless you all. Take care. Stay safe. Jesus and good Lord love you all very much. Let's get to 1,000 fucking subscribers. That'd be awesome. Even better. Let's get to 2,000 subs. That'd be amazing. So yeah. And I'll catch you on Warm Trade when where hell anyone knows. And let's go Brandon, fuck Joe Biden, and Trump 2024, baby. Yeah.